everybody, so today I'm going to be showing you me applying basically my full face of makeup. I don't really have a specific routine at the moment. The only thing that I'm pretty much similar with is like all my face products. In terms of my eye makeup, I don't really have anything that I'm specifically loving at the moment, so it's just generally how I feel on the day. So yeah, I'm going to show you that. I hope you guys enjoy and let's get started. So I've already applied my moisturiser, so now I'm just going to go on and do my foundation. So I'm using a couple at the moment because I'm using the L'Oreal True Match foundation in the colour N1, which is Ivory, but it's a little bit too light for me, so I'm also mixing it with the Bourjois Healthy Mix Serum, which is number 52. So both of them together are just kind of like the ideal colour combination, and they just kind of even out my skin. So I'm just going to start doing that. What I'm using today to apply my foundation is the buffing brush from Real Techniques. It's one of my favourites. I was using the Expert face brush for a while, but I just always kind of go back to this one. Just always prefer it. So one pump of the L'Oreal True Match foundation and just kind of like a little bit of this one. Okay, and then what I do is I just put it like, dab it on all like areas of my face, a little bit everywhere, and then I just start to buff it in. I just feel like this brush does such a nice job. It's awesome. If there's one that I'd recommend you invest in from the Real Techniques range, then I would definitely say the buffing brush all the way. It's my absolute favourite. There are a lot of other good ones, but as I say, I always come back to this one, which makes me think it's my absolute fave. So I've just buffed that into my skin and I'm pretty happy, and then I just kind of drag it down onto the neck. Even although it's pretty much a good colour for me anyway, so it blends in nicely. Okay, so moving on, I'm going to use my concealer, which is the Collection 2000 Lasting Perfection Concealer. This is what I use for the blemishes, and I'm just dabbing a tiny bit all over them. I used to use a lot more of this than what I am at the moment. I used to pretty much put it all over, and it was just making my face look far too heavy and my foundation caked on. So I really recommend, if you're using that, just a tiny little bit, because it is quite a full coverage concealer. So I think I've learned from my mistake. And I used to put a lot around here to cover my redness, but it pretty much just blocked my pores, so it wasn't great. Just make sure all the areas that you put it on, it's blended in, because I have left the house a few times and I've not blended in like one part of my concealer, and that's just awkward. So that's what I use for my blemishes, and then for my under eyes I use a different concealer which is a bit kind of dewier and just works nicer, I think, and it's the Bourjois Healthy Mix Concealer. So I just get like a little bit on my middle finger and just apply that under. I just feel like it really works well to remove bags and even out the colour around my eye. And it's pretty much a great primer as well, because I do rub it kind of all over my lid to even out like the ugly veins and stuff like that. Okay, so that's that. So now I'm going to move on to use the powder. I'm going to use another Real Techniques brush, which is the powder brush. So it's a really like fluffy one. Just tap it in there a few times, do a little bit over the forehead, a little bit down the nose, and in like the whole T-zone area. And this is the Bourjois Healthy Balance powder, by the way. You can tell like that brand because the face products pretty much consist of it. And then just put a little bit all over. Not too much, because you don't want to look like you're absolutely caked in makeup, but you still want the powder to ultimately set the foundation and the concealer. So that's me done that, and now I'm going to move on to do my bronzer. My bronzer at the moment is by The Body Shop, and it's kind of worn away, but it's number 2 and it's really, really nice. It's just a matte colour, and it's just perfect for my skin at the moment. So I'll get my Real Techniques contour brush and just swirl that in there and just apply this to the hollows of the cheeks. This just really defines the face and just makes you look glowy and a bit healthier than just kind of white all over. I also do just a little bit on the nose. Okay, so I'm happy with that. Now I do my blusher at this stage, so I'm just using my MAC 129 brush, and I'm actually going in with a MAC shade today, which is Floor Power. It's a gorgeous shade. It's so bright and vibrant, so you don't really need a lot of it. Just gently apply this to the cheekbones, quite high up on your cheekbones so that the blusher doesn't make your face look drippy. There we go. I'm happy with that, and what I'm just going to do at this stage is take the buffing brush and just kind of even out those lines around the blusher. Just make it all kind of blend in a bit better. So that's my face makeup. Now I'm going to move on and do the eyes. Okay, so before I do my eye makeup, what I'm going to do is just sort my brows out. I don't put any colour in my brows just because I feel like they're quite big as it is, and they're quite straight as well, and when I put anything in them they just look absolutely ridiculous and make my face look just horrific. So basically I just get my brow and lash gel. Yeah, brow and lash gel from the limited collection, which you can get at M&S. So you get this for £5, which is really good. The only other place I know that you can get one of these is MUA, and you get it for £1, but this one's a bit better. The brush on it is much easier to use. So I'm just going to put a little bit of this on the brow basically, and then just use my finger to kind of blend it in and just sort the eyebrow out. So that just kind of sets them in place, and to be honest that's as much as I do with my eyebrows. Next I'm going to use my e.l.f. Mineral Eyeshadow Primer. Just put a little bit of this on my lids. Not too much because, as I say, I've already pretty much primed them with concealer. Okay, so I'll just blend that in. Make sure you kind of blend it underneath as well, because I will be putting some shadow there. So that's that blended in, and then I'm going to go on and do some shadow. So I don't really have any specific eyeshadow routine that I've been doing at the minute, so I'm just going to kind of go with it. Some mornings I just like to make it up and just use whatever I fancy. I'm using a Barry M brush, and I'm taking some Wood Winked from MAC. I'm just going to put this all over the lid. This is an absolutely stunning colour. It's one of my favourite eyeshadows, and if you're looking to invest in a MAC eyeshadow then I highly recommend this because it's just absolutely beautiful. I just can't even explain how stunning it is. Okay, so I'm using the original Naked palette, and I'm going to use the colour Buck, which is the darkest matte shade, and I'm just going to get some of this on my brush and just put this in the crease. Basically just work it along the crease and into the outer corner as well. Okay, so I'd say that I'm happy with that. Now I'm just going to get a random brush and basically put some colour on the bottom lash line. I just used the colour that I used in the crease, which is Buck from the Naked palette. Okay, so I'm happy with that. What I'm going to do now is blend this line in on the top here. Just using a big fluffy brush. Just blend that all in nicely. And I'm happy with that. Okay, so what I'm going to do now is take my highlight brush, and I'm going to use the colour Foxy from the Naked 2 palette, which originally I didn't like, but now I really love it as a highlight colour because it's just so nice and kind of neutral. Just put this all over the inner corner and up to the brow bone as a highlight. So that's me done the eyeshadow. Now I'm going to curl my lashes before I do my eyeliner because I just feel this works best. So I'll just curl them at the minute. I'm going to embarrass myself by trying to do my eyeliner on camera because I just can't do it. So I'm going to take this Topshop liner, and I'm going to do it off camera, and there it's done. I also just put a bit of eyeliner on like the waterline, just using a L'Oreal one, just so that that's covered as well. So now I'm going to use my mascara, which I've got here. It's the Revlon Grow Luscious Mascara, and I'm just going to put a couple of coats of this on. So I love this mascara, it's just my absolute favourite. I just feel like it does so much for my lashes. So I'm just putting some on the bottom lashes as well. Alright, so the eyes are completely done, so now I'm going to put on my lipstick, which is the Revlon, what are these called? Lip butters, the Revlon lip butters, and this is in Peach Parfait. I'm just going to put this on all over the lips. It's such a stunning colour, I'm really in love with it at the moment. I keep wearing it all the time. So yeah, that is the finished look. Basically, I just kind of fling together whatever eye look I'm feeling on the day. Yeah, and I hope you guys enjoyed this, and I will see you in my next video. Bye!